Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Turkey. Now that was impressive. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, it's hard to look beyond this fella, Arda Güler. He's key on the right side. That's where he operates, that little channel, and he's brilliant if given a little more room. If he's shut down, then sometimes he can get a little frustrated, but if he gets that little bit of space, then a lot of damage can be done.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Çalhanoğlu. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. Showing good feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's being urged to shoot. Kavetsi! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, he's done so well then. Almost the perfect link-up. There was a split second there for the perfect finish too. Shame he didn't take it.
Aktürkoğlu, he has found the way through. Can he get it through? O'Malley finding himself in space. Swings, Yildiz! And that is wildly off target. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's really well manoeuvred. That's been cut out, well played. Antonio Silva. Portugal still without a single shot on target. And it's Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. He'll try from distance! Missed by a fraction. Looking for the run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Kokchu. Aktokolu. Aktokolu finds himself offside. He's had it taken off him. Turkey are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Now it's Yildiz. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! Aktokolu approaching the half-hour mark. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Nuno Mendes. Here's Rafael Leao. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And there's green grass ahead of him. Might be real chance! Goal! Turkey! And Turkey take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Turkey have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Arda Güler. Now it's Yildiz. Yildiz proves just a little bit too strong. Nicely shaped ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. El Mali. And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, that's fabulous. Picked out brilliantly. And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Celik. Aimed beyond the defence.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's got away. Shoots! That's it, 45 minutes up. It's Been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Portugal trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Vitinha. And it's Neves. João Cancelo. Now it's Aktokolu. Knocks it into space. It's a promising position. Played into the box. Vitinha. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pinged towards the front line. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, now he can run away with it. There's the shot! Oh no, this does not look good. And that would have been some goal.
Bernardo Silva certainly looked like he fancied himself to pull that off. A bit more composure and it would have been a different story, Peter.
Yildiz has found the net here, of course. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Kavetsi. The defence opting. He's going for goal! Magnificent! A finish right from the top draw. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Turkey are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And that is well cleared. That's a throw.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. Turkey are looking to go forward now. Just about up to the hour now. Now that looks a decent ball. Cristiano Ronaldo. João Neves. Here's Vitinha. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Kavetsi, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Celik. And it's Arda Güler. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo! And that's a sharp finish. Back to within one. Interesting. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Turkey really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Carvecchi is being withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Well, this could purely be down to rotation with the next game in mind, but he doesn't look very happy.
Portugal cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And it's Neves. Nicely spread. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
El Mali, Yilmaz. So much time and space here. Chance! It's loose, and again! And no mistake! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Número 25.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Turkey have opted to make another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Opts for safety. Cristiano Ronaldo being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
And they're back on the ball again. Gul. Nicely weighted ball. That's beautifully weighted. Diogo Costa gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Out towards the flank. Yilmaz. He came in hard, very hard. Nuno Mendes. And it's Cancelo. Oh, that's neat. In by Cancelo. Yilmaz. And Almala. Demiral. Badaxi. And it's Yüksek. And Aydin. Celik. Great vision. 5 minutes to add. Ruben Neves looks to the other side. And it's Bernardo Silva. Tries to play it through. Ah, that's a fine interception. Not the most accurate pass. And time is up. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Sweden. Now that was impressive. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Anthony Elanga is a very talented lad, Peter. And what I like to hear is that he pushes himself hard. He's hard on himself, that he won't settle for something average or decent. He wants to be the best he possibly can. So he pushes himself to the limits. And while his attacking game is growing and getting stronger, he still has some work to do, perhaps on the defensive side of things.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And he gets rid in a hurry. Lindelof. Bergvall. Played out towards the right wing. Isak. Kulusevski. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, that's fabulous. No, that's been intercepted. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Chooses to go crossfield. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao. Oh, such a clever touch. Cleared without hesitation.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Ronaldo taking charge of the dead ball. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game, promising one. That was travelling. No goals as yet. Bergvall. Gyökeres. Elanga has it out wide and in space. Bergvall has it in a wide position. And he welcomes it in. Bergvall's getting up there! And it's Bruno Fernandes. And that's going wide left. Bergvall. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's picked his way through. Now Goodmanson. It's not an especially good pass, that. This is a promising build-up. Vitinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lindelof. Goodmanson. And Lindelof. Bergvall. Played into space. Gonzalo Inacio. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Tries to pass it through, and he's picked it up out wide. An instinctive delivery. Oh, good effort! Goal! Portugal! It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible, and the finish unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's had it taken off him. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Turns back here, probably the best option. And that's really well manoeuvred. Threads one in. Oh, played right into his path. Gyökeres! Superb from Gyökeres! A finish of true class! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Elanga. Chance to... Header! Goal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Suécia. Aos 44 minutos de jogo, o camisola número 9.
Sweden with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
Tries to play it through. No way through, so back it comes. And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They've played it short. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. The midway point of the game.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So we're underway for the second half.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Ruben Dias. And it's Neves. To Cancelo. He's shifting through the gears here. Gyökeres has the space to scheme. And he's being shifted off it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Isak gets into a good position. And no surprise, that's a booking. Over to the right flank. Elanga. Vitinha. Into the channel. João Neves is wide and looking to get onto this. So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Gyökeres is onto this. He's got away. Elanga unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ronaldo picks it up out wide.
Portugal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Stood up well to him there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Gyökeres looking to add to his goal.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Bruno Fernandes. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Bergvall. Now it's Bernardo Silva. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Lindelof. And it's Kulusevski. He's a sharp little ball here.
That was lovely, that.
Showing good feet. Looking for the far post. He's rising! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Played into space. Spread neatly. Sweden choosing to make the first change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Bergvall. Bernardo Silva succumbs to the pressure.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he's had it nicked away. Rafael Leao receives it in a wide position. Rafael Leao with the cross. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Vitinha. Portugal could be just about done here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Gonçalo Inácio. Bernardo Silva. Nicely weighted ball. Nice interception, well timed.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Nicely shaped ball. So here comes a substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Now that's well seen too. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And he skips past his man. Rafael Leao plays it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. So that's it. It is all over. Portugal played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, in all honesty, Peter, this would have been seen as a very winnable game, but it turned into a typical case of how not to maximise your home advantage. And I think when you look back on it, Peter, the crowd played its part, there's no doubt about that. They got a bit down on their team, you know, early in the game.
For those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening, the conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands, this really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Time for the first of the anthems. A truly great anthem. Now, can they do better? Portugal have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
And we're underway. Antonio Silva. It's Bernardo Silva.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Bernardo Silva. He's picked his way through, and he's been shifted off it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Chance! Ronaldo finds himself offside. Stood up well to him there. Tries to play it through, and there's green grass ahead of him. Portugal getting forward at times, but achieving little of substance. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
Okay, it didn't quite come off on this occasion, but you get the feeling as a team they might want to just stick with this approach.
Now it's Bernardo Silva. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Quality ball. Oh, can he get onto this? And here's Neto. Pedro Neto. Bruno Fernandes. He's having a hit! It's loose now. Can he finish? And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. So we're still where we started right now. Chips it through. Oh, good ball! And the shot! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Aos 30 minutos de jogo, o camisola número 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Portugal have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
He's in a great position here. Looking to play him in.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Always onto this. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Forced to go back. Knocks it into space. Great vision.
Bosnia really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pace.
And the finish! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And the referee's come over, it's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
He's gone for it! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Aimed beyond the defence. And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Pedro Neto. Nicely weighted ball.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Nuno Mendes. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Portugal leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Portugal can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So we're underway for the second half.
Portugal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, there's a probing ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's gone for goal. That's a decent clearance. The message is clear, none shall pass. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bruno Fernandes really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Portugal with the corner, they're first. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ruben Neves. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Looking for options for movement. Can he get on the end of this?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Big chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Spread to the right. Threads one in. And Bernardo Silva! That's going to go a long way. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Bruno Fernandes. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a good ball out wide. Now that looks a decent ball. He's on it, can he get away? Portugal needed that, they really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, that's ambitious. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Looking for the run.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
And he's in on goal. And the shot! Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
He's trying the shot. And one more try! Portugal leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. They've played it short. An instinctive delivery. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ruben Neves. He's a sharp little ball here. Portugal close now to seeing this one through to the end. Oh no, what has happened here? And that's gone loose. Shot a goal! He's got away with one there.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
And that was asking for too much.
Vamos ter 3 minutos.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes.
Portugal have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, slows for a shot! And there goes their last chance. Portugal have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Cristiano Ronaldo, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Portugal may not have finished with 11, but they have shown terrific spirit, and they claim the win.
Well, that's what spirit and togetherness is all about, Peter. I thought they showed terrific desire and focus and fitness in refusing to settle for a draw. A time to hold heads high.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.